I am Kathy Ann Dixon.
And I am Arlene Owen.
Welcome to Azar.
We want to welcome you to Azar, and we want to remind you to call up a friend. Let them know that we are on. Remember to subscribe, to share, like, and we want to hear from you, so write in the comment section. Tell somebody about Azar and
Yes.
welcome them to the Azar family.
That's right, that's right. Today, our tea is going to be tarragon. And Arlene, could you tell me something about tarragon?
This is good for our digestive system.
Good.
So if you're having any digestive problem, this is a good tea to
Yes.
drink.
Yeah.
It's also good for toothache,
Yeah.
pain in your mouth, your gum. Drink some of this tea.
Yeah.
And what again they say is good for, Kathy?
If you're having problems with menstruation
Yeah.
and things like that, the citrus really helps you. And for digestion,
Yes.
yes, it's really good. But what is noteworthy is that it is used for making soaps and cosmetics.
Yes.
The fragrance.
Oh
the
my gosh,
fragrance.
yes.
Yes.
Ask your neighbor if they have this plant and you all try some of the tea.
Yes, yes.
Who we got this from, Kathy Ann?
Aubrey Dyer. Again, I tell you, the man is into herbs. All right? So, courtesy Aubrey Dyer from Diego Martin.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Well, today we are going to be dealing with a topic that is heavy on everybody's hearts.
Yeah.
And it is, that scourge in society which affects women, men, children, the entire family. And it doesn't matter what sector of the society you belong to, whether you're educated or not, whether you are rich or poor, whether you come from a residential area or from somewhere that comes across as a poor area. This scourge of domestic abuse we want to talk about today.
Yes, and Kathy Ann, you may be wondering when you hear the word domestic abuse, what are we really talking about? But it is said that domestic abuse is any pattern of controlling, degrading, threatening,
Yes.
any violent behavior that is not acceptable. It's not the norm.
Yeah.
It can include sexual violence,
Yeah.
physical,
Yeah.
verbal abuse, emotional abuse.
Yes.
And what we have noticed, Kathy Ann, most of the victims are women.
Yes.
And while
yes.
we understand that men are abused, Kathy Ann, because we saw it for ourselves.
We saw it for ourselves.
But we want to speak today to the victim and the abuser.
That's right.
We want to bring awareness. We want to highlight this situation in our country, and not only in our country, but the entire world.
Yes, and Arlene, I think not only to the victim and to the abuser, but also for those looking on who can bring assistance.
That's right.
Or who you'd want to observe a little more
Yeah.
and notice. Because when anything happens, many people say, but I didn't know that was
That is so
happening.
true. That is
And that
true.
is in the case of the Nigerian gospel singer Osinachi, who died some weeks ago at the hands of her husband.
Yes.
I mean, she's a forefront person in the church, and when she died, she shocked the world because no one would believe that she was an abused person.
Yes. You know why too, Kathy Ann? Because domestic abuse is hidden in the church. It's hidden in the mosque, the temple. It's even hidden in our family.
Yes.
But it is important that we observe and we take notice as pastors, leaders, and friends
Yes.
what is happening with our members.
Yes.
What is happening with our co-worker.
Yes.
What is happening with our friends and our family. So we want
Yes.
to highlight and bring awareness today.
Yes, and we want to make sure that these same organizations that we've just spoken about, that people feel free
To go.
Yes, and free to tell.
Yeah.
And free to talk. It mustn't
Yeah.
seem as if it's something you are ashamed
Yes.
to express.
That's
because
right.
there's so many hurting men and women
That's
in
right,
these
that's right.
organizations.
Our topic for today is domestic abuse in the beginning. So we want to start when you're courting, you're in love, Kathy Ann.
Yes.
What do you say about loving eyes?
They could never see.
They could never see you, not see
Yes.
what's going on. You're not even seeing
Yes.
that this person you love so much, male or female, is an abuser.
Yes.
So we're starting from the beginning. We're looking for red flags today,
That's
all your
it.
red flags.
Yes, that's it. And our number one red flag,
Yes.
the abuser don't want you to be around your friends and family.
That is so true, Katian.
Yes. Or he don't want to be around them.
No, you're planning a party. You tell him, come, or her, my family want us to come to this party. I don't want to go. I'm feeling good today. You know, I don't like people.
Yes.
He don't want to go. She don't want to go. They
Yeah.
never want to be around family or friends who, and you know why too, Katian? That family or friend may see something that you're not seeing.
Yes, yes. They want to keep themselves a kind of, you know, a shadow figure because
Yeah.
they don't want anyone to look into them. Probably they
Yes.
might see who they are. So
That's
they
right.
prefer not to want to be in too much of the family line. No, that is not discounting. That is some who have the propensity to abuse and they could socialize too bad, you know.
Yes,
There
yes.
is the nice thing on the block.
Yeah.
Right?
That is so true. I like that point because you know, Katian, the abuser could be a charming person.
Yes.
And that's the reason you fell in love with them in the first place.
And that is why your mother loved them, your sister loved them,
Yes.
your auntie loved them, everybody loved them. That time is a wolf in sheep clothing.
Watch that. The Prince Charming, you're white and, what's it called? You're white.
Pristine.
Right. And you know what too, Kathy? And they're very engaging. They're listening. They're attentive.
Yes, but there's a purpose and there's an ulterior
That's right.
motive.
Yes. So we have to be aware.
Yes.
We have to be aware. Look to see if he's pulling you away from your friends.
Yes, and look to see if he doesn't want to be around your friends.
Yes.
Because eventually he leaves that later. And I don't go by mine, so why you going by yours?
That's right.
Yeah.
And your friends always are wrong. I want to spend time with you. You only going out with your friends. So what happened? That girlfriend is your everything. Everything is that girlfriend.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah.
If you say, let us go out in a group, you know, we are dating, let's all go out in a group. No, they do not want to go out in a group.
No. I want you all to myself.
To myself.
I don't want to share you.
Yes.
And here, you know, you feeling good.
Special.
You just want to be with me alone. That time we don't understand there is something happening here. When you see these things, run.
Run. That's a red flag.
Yeah.
What is another red flag of an abuser?
Flashes of anger.
Yes, they try to keep it under control.
Yeah.
But it comes out.
Yeah, get a little squeeze sometimes.
Yes. They're talking, girl, anytime, because they don't want to hit your catty hand. So they
Yeah.
come and they're holding you by your wrist and
Yeah.
they're squeezing your
Yeah,
wrist.
yes.
Because they want to bring across a point.
Yes.
Or they're poking your finger. And I told you so and so and so.
Yes. But sometimes you're going down the road like at a bad drive and the way they lose their cool.
Yes.
And how something about the way they lose their cool. Something telling you this fella lacking self-control. So I feel I need to run right now.
Yes. And remember, you haven't made any commitment before God and man. So this is time to run.
Yes.
When you see these red flags,
Yes.
run.
Yes.
You know, Katya, and I remember once Mason and I, we are driving through the Tasker Road. And you could tell that this man and his girlfriend had a disagreement, Katya.
Yeah.
And he got in an anger fit. And he pushed her out the car. And when Marcel and I reached his bare feet with one sandal in her hand because she didn't get time to put on her shoes,
Wow.
and she's crying, and we pick up at the side of the road,
Wow.
and she's telling us that he got so angry. They caught him, you know, Katya.
Yes.
So angry with her, he pushed her out of the car, and she's standing up there alone in the Tasker Road. And if you know the Tasker Road, there's no house, there's no light, the place is dark. How you could do somebody? You love that.
Yes, that's a good sign that he doesn't even care.
No, he don't care. And that is abuse.
It is.
He's abusing her emotionally. And that is physical because he pushed her out of the car.
Yes.
You know, and we have to look at these things and don't make an excuse and say, he got vexed, it was just this once.
Yeah, it was just this once. Because I told him something and I really shouldn't have tell him that, you know.
Yeah.
I shouldn't have said what I said. That will make him do it.
No. Because think about it, Katya, and how could you love somebody and leave them in a place like that?
Yes, in a
so
place
lonely.
where
Anybody
people
could
could
come and
harm them.
that is not love. And we want to show what is love and what is not. That is not love.
Yes.
And then you know what, Kathy Ann? The abuser will come back and apologize, you know.
Yes. But he come. Sometimes they apologize and come and bring in thing, you know.
Yes.
A chocolate, you know. You like rose corn and boiled corn like me.
Yes.
He bringing it for you while apologizing.
Yes. And sometimes while he's apologizing, he is still blaming you.
Yeah.
And say, he crying, you know, girl, I didn't mean to put you out the car, you know. But when you say so and so and so,
Yes.
that will make me get vexed.
Yes.
But I'm sorry.
Yeah,
that is not an
sorry.
apology.
Yeah, and he tell you, from my past, that's something in my past. My mother used to tell my father that, and because of that, I had to put you on the car.
No.
You're living in the present. Although you have your issues, we don't want to take away issues.
Yes.
But if you care for her, you wouldn't put her out in an unsafe place
That's
and
right.
go away.
That's right. So we want women, do not take these things when a man do you these things and come back to apologize to say, you know, he's sorry and he loves me. And watch, because remember in the beginning we said what abuse is. If it's a pattern,
Yes.
you are seeing a pattern of he getting angry from 0 to 100 in no seconds.
Yes. But what I'm looking at, Arlene, is if you're not even married yet, to me, in the dating stages, a man just tried to put his best foot forward.
Yeah, he pretending and all.
Pretending and all. So if in the dating stages, he's showing you who he is, believe him.
Believe it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And another thing too, I realized when you talk to people who experience this abuse and something that they took for love is that the abuser will be calling them every minute to find out where they are.
Yes.
And they are saying, oh my God, he loves me. And hear him or her, I'm calling you because I heard you're going up so and so and so, and I find out they're dangerous, and I'm just checking. Then they're calling the next 10 minutes. You reach, you're leaving, who you meet. So who you see up there?
Yes.
And it's a set of question, like if they are police, they're investigating you.
Yes, but they know why. They know why they're trying to track. They want to keep it's like a stalker.
Yes, a stalker.
These are signs to run from.
Yeah.
And even in disagreements, sometimes you may have a falling out. And with the falling out, he get angry and he left. And then when you're calling him, he answering the phone.
Yeah.
He not coming back to visit you.
Yeah.
You want to know what is happening. That is something for you to be very careful about. You know what he wanted to do?
Beg.
He wanted to beg.
Yeah. He ain't speaking to you for days.
Yeah.
And you know running and begging, and sometimes you're calling his mother, tell him talk to me now.
Yeah.
You call his sister, tell him talk to me now. You call up on your friend, oh gosh, please tell him he talk for me for 2 days. He not answering my call, and I love him.
Yes, I vexed there already. You know why? You're showing him that he is more important than you. You are devaluing and increasing his value.
Yeah.
Woman, know your worth.
Yeah.
Man, know your worth. And we're saying man because men are abused also.
Yeah. And women, I am talking about women because we are so emotional, Katian. And we want the best. We want the best when we are courting, when we are in a relationship. We always want to mend things.
Yeah.
So because he's not speaking to you, you want to fix it.
Yes.
And when you realize every argument or disagreement, you are the one who always have to fix the relationship.
Yes.
Woman, check yourself.
Yes.
Check it out. Sit down and think. So when we get married, everything I will have to fix.
Yes. Yes.
You have to beg him back to talk to you. You have to go and cry.
Yeah.
You have to only be telling him, I love you.
Yes.
I love you. I want to be with you.
Yes.
No. You have to have some self-worth.
Yes. So true, huh?
Yeah.
What about forcing you to make decisions
Yeah.
that you don't want to make?
They want you to borrow money from the bank to buy them a car.
Yes.
And you are looking at your finances, Katian, and you know that will be a strain on you. We only courting.
Yes.
And you want a car. And here what they're telling me, we will use the car. It will be for both of us. I will drop you to work, and then after I'll come back and I'll pick you up. But then after, Katian, when I take out that loan, I am paying for that car. I already have loan. I already have commitment, and you are forcing me to do this.
Yes, but not only that, with money, I think we should have a joint account. Because we're in this relationship together, I think we should go and open a joint account together. But who working? She working, He's not working. Our relationship is 50-50. But he's not understanding the deposit and the money in the bank should go in with a percentage too.
Yeah, but he only know maths for your money.
Yes.
And you, no, woman, we really have to sit down and check some of the things that we do.
Yes, but you're not married to him.
No, why and you have a joint account in the first place?
That's it.
He said give you a promise ring. He said put the first ring on your hand.
Yes. So that is something that we have to be very, very
and they are
careful
demanding when it comes to those things, Katyan.
Yes.
And if you do not agree with the decision they want you to
That's
agree
right.
with, they start to withdraw from you.
Yes.
Then they say, you know what? This relationship is going too fast. I want a break. Let's slow it down. All of a sudden, they want a break. And you know feeling guilty.
Yes.
Because you want this person.
Yeah, especially if you feel maybe down the road you tell your friends them that's the man of your dreams
Yes.
and you're going to get married to
Yeah,
him.
yeah.
So now he's talking about moving and you now studying how I'm going to keep this man like I had to give him. And that is where many women get pulled in when even in sexual relations.
Yeah.
You're saying I want to keep myself pure. I want to keep myself holy before God. And then he come and say, well, if you really love me, we could be going to get married anyhow. If
Yes.
you love me, you'll prove it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And forcing you, or you say, I don't want to do this, but, and then taking in a guilt trip. If you really love me, then you would. Whenever that person is forcing you, whether it's male or female, take that as a sign to run.
They must respect us. We must respect them.
Yes.
And we have to respect each other
Yes.
with a decision. Say, you know what? I hear you. And let me think about it. Okay, I understand, you know?
Yes.
And we come to a mutual agreement.
Yeah. Yes, yes, yes. You know, and when you're thinking about this forcing you to make decisions, I remember what happened recently with the same Nigerian gospel singer Osinachi. Imagine, for her wedding, she has a twin, and she decided when she's getting married, she wants her twin to be her chief bridesmaid. And this man told her he going to pick her chief bridesmaid, and her sister had to sit down crying in the church.
Yeah. Imagine that.
Imagine.
Yeah.
They're not married yet, but he already started to force his way into things. I think that was a red flag for the whole family to throw me out the house.
Yes, yes. I mean, tell me like my bridesmaid. I have to pick my friends.
Yes, but your chief
Yes.
is like your best friend, and imagine it's her twin.
Yeah.
And she had to sit down there. And in the end, we see that led eventually to Osinachi's death. It started off very simply, but from there, they should have seen the signs. So people, let's look at those red flags and let us run.
And Katyan, one thing that happened to within the church circle is we take the verse about submission to think that when he said that,
Yeah.
you know, I have to submit to this man. I'm going to marry him, and I want to start my submission from now. That is not submission. That
No.
is not what the scripture mean by submission. And plus, submission is going both ways. I submit to you, you submit to
It's
me.
like a nice compromise
Yes.
in the relationship.
And that is not what is scripture. That is controlling.
Yes.
There's a difference. And that is
Yes.
what he wanted to do. He started to control her from the beginning, like what
Yes.
we said, the name of our topic, in the beginning.
Yes.
From the beginning, he started to control her,
Yeah.
and she know nobody around her took notice or did something about it.
Yes, and why we know it is wrong, Osinachi would have been sad.
Yeah.
Her sister was sad in the
Yes,
audience.
yeah.
Her mother would have been sad.
That's right.
So somehow there was too much sadness
Yeah.
for it to be normal.
Yeah.
So they should have been able to say, we need to cut this right now.
Cut it right
Before
now.
a wedding, you could break it up. It have
Yeah.
nothing really to break up. Before a wedding could break up the relationship.
That's right.
All right?
That's
So
right.
we want people to not to feel so bound in a relationship
Yeah.
that you feel you have to stay to get married with the person, and you're seeing bad signs from early.
That's right.
Yes. But Arlene, there is also another point. Jealousy. You're just jealousing them with everybody.
Yeah.
Somebody pass the mailman come and say, Miss Lady, you could tell me where Macaroni Street is? And, oh, yes, right over there. They come out. Who is the man you was talking to?
Yeah, yeah, but because sometimes because they're courting and you're going down the road with them and you see your cousin too, Katian.
Yeah.
And I mean, we courting, you don't know all my relatives.
Yes.
And I'm saying, cousin so, or I call my cousin
they
by
give
the
you a-
name.
yeah, or they give you
them
a hug.
and I greet a kiss, long time no see. You say, I find it all the hug up kind of tight and
Yeah.
close. You find some, you're sure that's your cousin? From which side of your family? I set a question. So now you have to declare your whole family tree for him.
Yes.
He must know all who is family and all who is not. And don't matter how much you're trying to tell this man, this is a relative. He ain't
Yes,
believing.
yes.
You're going in the grocery, you're talking to the cashier. You with that man.
Yes.
That man like you. Everybody like you and you like everybody.
Yes. When you see that, run.
Yeah.
Because he ain't have no ring or no finger yet.
Yes.
And he getting on, so imagine when he has to have you married.
You can't talk to anyone. You can't
Yes.
talk to anyone. So we have to look for the red flag
Yes, we do.
and notice it.
Yes. Another point, Arlene, is blaming the exes for everything.
Yeah, they love to do that, you know.
Yeah.
So why you and your ex-girlfriend break up? She was a baddest.
Yes.
She was unfaithful to me.
She was no good.
She was no good. She and she whole family, all of them crazy. There's a whole mess.
Yes, but then when they find about the next one and they say, what about, look, this girl in your, I see here in the album, who she was? Oh yeah, that was my girlfriend before. So what you break up for?
She bad again.
Everybody bad. You alone good.
Yeah, something wrong with that.
Yes.
Yeah, Katrina, and these things really happen. And you know, sometimes I hear girls telling the story, you know, why he leave his ex with, because, you know, she did him this and she did him that. And you believe the narrative of this man without even inquiring, as we say here.
Yes.
Investigate the matter and find out what happened. Talk to one of his family. Talk to one of his friends.
Yes.
Talk to one of the ex-friend and all, and
Yes.
find out for yourself. Everybody else this man with was bad and he alone good, as you say, Katia.
Yes, but Arlene, that is us telling about people. There was this guy that I was, you know, dating earlier, as you could notice in my life. And he gave me one long story. And the story, you know, it really hinted negatively towards females. So it's the same thing.
Yeah.
And at first I'm listening and kind of believing, you know.
Yeah.
But somehow common sense giving thank God, just be praying, you know.
Yeah.
Like
Or
God,
people praying for you.
Yes. My eyes just opened that something wrong here. And I pulled back. All these things really happened because I was getting pulled into that web myself.
Yeah. And then too, Katia, you must know, you know, I remember Martin saying, if I ask him about somebody he was with, and even if they break up, he will not go to tell me this and that about the person, because he said, how could you do that about somebody who you was with?
Yeah.
And you met the person's family, there must be some reason that is already the past. So we have to be careful what we say.
Yes, we really must be classy
A
with
true,
things.
yes,
eh?
a true gentleman
Classy with
wouldn't
things.
just go and say a sort of bad things about somebody
Yes.
who they was with.
Yeah.
You, as a matter of fact, you were attracted to that person. You was with that person for a reason. So women, come on, wise up.
Yes, that's right. That's so true. Another thing, Arlene, is that the abuser likes to degrade you.
Belittle you too. Tell you a lot of things about yourself.
Yeah.
Hurtful words.
Yeah, why you lose weight?
Yeah. Oh.
You met me with some weight, you know.
Yeah.
But you're telling me why you don't lose weight.
Yeah.
I thought you should have known that.
Yeah.
So they're hitting you intellectually and all if something come up and you don't know and you ask about it. But you should know that. And they're just saying things so
Yeah.
subtly. Sometimes it's not subtly, it's just overtly outside for us.
And then what, Katia, what happened to the victim? They start to believe what this person is saying. They start
Yes.
to doubt themselves. They want to say something, they know something.
Yeah.
They went to school, they're intelligent.
Yes.
And then they say, no, I wonder, boy.
Yeah.
I ain't doing this thing right. Because,
Questioning yourself.
They are custom cooking, you know.
Yeah.
He says something, they, oh gosh,
Yes.
no. And I'm not sure if I'm doing this thing good.
Yes.
I wonder if this food tasting good.
Yeah.
Double guessing yourself.
Losing your confidence, you realize you start to lose you.
Yes, your self-esteem start to drop. My
Yeah.
daughter like to say you're sitting on the white line now because
Yeah.
your self-esteem going so low.
Yeah. And there's a reason behind this. Because this guy or this girl wants you to feel so low that you feel you lucky to have them.
Yes. And then you are now dependent on them to Katian,
Yes.
and they are your world.
Yes. Although they're killing you. Eh?
Yes. You know, he say, you know, he really love me and no other man will love me like him, you know.
Yes.
Don't believe that lie.
Don't believe that
It have
lie.
a set of men in this world.
Well, yes, and you are so valuable.
Yes.
And you are so beautiful how God made you. So let us just catch back ourselves and not be taken in by these things.
No, you cannot. Woman must have self-worth. Kathy and I am married. I've been married for how many years? And if Martin leave me, I believe I will get somebody else.
Yeah.
Why it is if you're young, you're single, you're pretty, you ain't put on weight like me,
Yes.
you believe in the lie that only one man in this world could like you? That is impossible.
Yes.
So you have to love yourself.
Yeah.
We are saying today, women, men, do not take abuse. Love yourself.
Agree.
See yourself as how God created you to be.
Yes.
See yourself worthwhile.
Yes, know your worth.
Stand up in front of the mirror. If he say you're ugly, watch in front of the mirror and say, no.
Yes.
I am beautiful. I am
Yes.
fearfully and wonderfully
Yes.
made.
Speak against every word, the opposite.
Speak the opposite. Do not believe the lie. Do not believe the narrative.
That's so true. That's so true. That's so true. Because it is really to cause harm.
It is to cause harm,
Yeah.
emotional harm.
Yes.
Yes.
And that we could piggyback this onto being controlling.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because by breaking you down, it's
Yeah.
empowering them to be more controlling.
That's right.
Arlene, I do like how you comb in your hair. I do like
Yeah.
hair up. I prefer when your hair down, it just take your face good.
Yeah.
I prefer that. Arlene, I want you to, I do like natural hair where you straighten your hair.
Yeah.
And I prefer that. And everything now is what he prefer about you. And what I used to color my hair with a little brown color, and I want my hair black.
Yeah.
So, and he just started change.
Yeah.
Everything, although he met you a certain way, and that is what attracted him to you.
Yeah.
So when you see that, you realize he is testing you to see if you are willing to change these little things, and then he'll go deep, bigger.
Bigger. Katyan, and they don't even want you to wear a little weave, extend it here a little longer. They say they don't like those things.
And I don't wear no pants.
No pants.
Yes. And you see that skirt by your knee? That's too short.
Go down long.
And you don't put on no makeup and leave your hair to grey. And they're telling you. And I like your natural just
Yes,
so.
yeah.
And when you see them outside and they're watching the girl with all the makeup and the weave and
Long,
thing.
long,
So you know
long.
what they're trying to do?
Yeah.
Keep you like a little granny in a corner that
so
nobody will watch you.
nobody will watch you. And we have to be careful.
Yes.
I mean, you have to have your own identity.
Yes.
TD Jake said, if getting you mean losing me, then I don't want you.
That's right. And I go and say too, then I don't want you.
Yes.
Yeah.
We must, they met us with our own unique ways,
Yeah.
and we have to stay so.
Yes, and we don't mean bad ways, you know.
No.
We mean things that we do.
Yes.
How I do
Our
whatever.
art, yes.
Yes. I like my hair like that way.
Yeah.
There was something I made you come to me with
That's
that
right,
hairstyle.
yeah. And if I want to change my hairstyle, let me change my hairstyle.
Yes. Yes.
You understand? So we have to be careful
Yeah.
of this controlling behavior or nature that we want to say that he has.
Yes. What about threatening to harm himself or herself?
Oh, you
if
mean-
you leave me. If you
I'll
leave
kill
me,
me.
I'll kill myself.
Yeah. Or they lying down sick. The sick home, they can't eat.
Yeah.
I can't eat because they won't do this for me. I can't eat. I can't eat.
Yes.
I ain't eating for 2 days.
Manipulation.
That's right.
Psychological warfare against you, you know.
That's right. And and sometimes they're doing that because they want you to do something that you don't want to do.
Yes. And if they see that you look like you're looking to leave,
Yeah.
because they overstep the mark,
Yeah.
and they say, see, I've had enough, I'm not taking this, and you decide you're going to leave. All of a sudden, if you leave, I will kill myself, you know.
Yeah.
And they're trying, they just want to manipulate you.
That's
Pack
right.
your bag and walk.
Yes. Let them know that's it. You could even call their parents and tell their parents, take a look at him or her. He's threatening or her to
Yeah.
kill himself.
Yeah.
So make sure and monitor them.
Yeah.
But I cannot stay and take any more of this.
Yes.
I cannot be in this relationship. I cannot continue this relationship. We could even say, you know what? I know a pastor, I know somebody. I want to send him or her for counseling. You don't have to go because you already make a decision.
Yes, and there is something too with this situation that we want to advise
Yeah.
the abusee.
Yeah.
Is that to be careful, even if you're thinking about wanting to say you're leaving, it is a very ticklish thing.
Yeah.
So you have to be careful. I have a friend, she was dating this police officer, and he was threatening to a certain point, and she was only dating him for a few months. And a day, my husband and I visit her on the job because that's where, she served us as our business. And she just told us quietly in a corner, you all wouldn't be seeing me from today. So we asked what happened. She flying out. Her boss don't know, only her mother knows, and the rest of her family don't know. She flying out because that man she feels is going to kill her, and only a few months in a relationship. But she smelled the rat early and decided, I'm not giving you more power to kill me.
Yeah.
So she got out. I haven't heard from her in about 15 years now.
Yeah.
She left.
So use wisdom. She used wisdom.
Use wisdom. You
Yeah.
don't have to say sometimes you're going and say, I'll leave it,
You
I'll
don't
leave
have
it
to say-
tomorrow.
Yeah.
You don't know the person's nature.
Don't say
so
anything.
be wise.
Be wise. Be
Yeah.
wise. We like that. We like that.
Yeah. Aline, what about forcing the relationships? I mean, you see that happening in many cases. You come around, the guy comes, he meets you somewhere. Hi, how you going? You all chat a little bit. And then he asks for your number. You're not interested in giving the number. He gets the number somehow. And he's calling you. And he says, I don't want a relationship, you know. Then he's passing on your job. And then after he's dropping off gifts. And you say, I don't want any gift.
Yeah.
Do not make the mistake and accept the gifts. Because once you accept that gift, to him it's like you want the relationship and you're saying yes to it.
Yeah.
And then if anything, and you take the gift and then you say, well, I don't want any relationship, you know. You know what he's saying? You just like all the rest of women.
Yeah.
And he's getting angry with you. All of that, all of those are signs. So remember, if you don't want a relationship and you say you don't want a relationship and this person keep dogging you, you should know that is something. Do not get involved with someone like that.
That is so true, Kathian. That is so true. And Kathian, we want to talk to our single mothers who are courting. You know, you want to start all over. You decide, you know, you want a relationship now. Be careful who you are bringing into the life of your children.
Yeah.
Make sure that whatever you are doing, you are showing your children that you love yourself,
Yes.
that you have self-worth,
Yeah.
because your children are watching everything that you are doing. If he's abusing you in anything that we said before, these children are seeing. And if you accept it,
Yes.
this is what you are saying to your daughters.
Yes.
This is how you are saying, daughter, this is how a man's supposed to treat you.
Yes.
So be careful what you're doing when you're courting as a single mother.
Yeah, that's a good point,
Yeah.
Alan.
And you know, we want to say to parents also, take a keen interest on whoever your children bring to say, this is my boyfriend, this is my girlfriend. You know, welcome them in their home, but be observant.
Yeah.
Do your research, find out about their background, their family background, where they came from,
Yes.
who is their father, who is their mother, what kind of
Yes.
relationship they have at home.
Yes, it is important.
Don't just get happy because you know he's a doctor or his father is a pastor.
Yes.
No, do your research still, because Kathian, there is generational abuse.
But that's this, yes, that's right. And the same thing again, I don't know why Osenachi's name is coming up so much. He came and told her family he is a pastor, and they decide, well, go.
Yeah.
One time they oughtn't, and they didn't check in his past.
Yeah.
He was married to somebody else and doing his wrong thing since before.
Yeah.
But if they had decided to dig a little bit, then they would have found out more. But what did they do? They took him as his word because pastor is status.
Yeah, yeah. And then remember, the abuser is charming. So when the abuser come into your home, they want to charm the mother and the father.
Yes.
But you have to be discerning as a parent, Kathian.
Yes.
Somebody come to your child, you have to say, you know what, I'm looking, I am praying also. God,
Yes.
is this the right thing? Don't just get happy and you don't see the wedding down the road already.
Yes, yes, it's true.
Just because of the person color, the race.
Yes.
Don't do those things.
Yes, too many people
They in
cry.
church how much years? No, that didn't say anything.
Yes.
Research, pray,
Yes.
discern.
Yes.
Ask God to help me. And you know, I know this story about this woman. She said that her son brought home a girl, and the girl wasn't like an abuser, but she said something was wrong in her spirit. She could have told something was wrong. So she entertained the girl, of course. She said, but when the girl left, without telling the son, because you know, Kathian, when you bring this awareness, or you tell your child there's something about the person you're bringing home, one time they didn't like you as mother.
Yeah.
So she used wisdom as a mother, and she did not tell the son that she did not like that girl, and she never told the girl that she did not like her either. She welcomed her, she treated her nicely and everything, but she knew in her spirit this was not the person for her son. And you know what she said? She said when the girl left the house, she walked through her house, and she prayed and she tell the Lord, I know this is not the person for my son, and she break up the relationship doing spiritual warfare.
Yes.
And we as parents, especially Christian parents, pray, do spiritual warfare, work in the spirit realm to break up these relationships that we see would not be good for our children.
Yeah. And there's another thing, Arlene. Don't force your child to marry because she come home with a big belly.
Yeah.
You don't know the fella.
Yeah.
You don't know anything about him. And you hear the father, come young boy, bring him here. Listen, you caused this. So hear what? You had to marry she, you know.
Yeah.
That's the only way.
shame too, eh, Katya?
Shame, because
Yeah.
especially if I'm judged.
Yeah, the little shame too, but they see, better you take the little shame now than you make your child marry someone who will abuse
Abuse
them,
them.
and God forbid, could even kill them.
Yes. Yes.
So better you say, you know what? Everybody make errors.
Yes.
My child make an error.
Yes.
Welcome your child home,
Home, yes.
and make sure and do the right thing.
Yes. Two
We-
wrongs cannot make a right.
Don't do it. Don't marry them off because.
Yes.
So we hope today that something that we said will bring awareness and highlight the situation in your life. And most time when we hear a preacher preach, we are not preachers, but I'm just using this, we say it's for the next person. But if you're in a relationship now, we want to ask you to stop right now and think about anything that Katya and I just said and see if it's happening to you.
Yes, and the next thing, even if you're dating, thinking about dating, ask God to help you with your decision making. God, show me signs. God has a way of showing signs. So even if a man or a woman playing their hiding from you, God will create a scenario
That's
to
right.
expose
Expose
them
him,
for
that's
you.
right.
And when God exposes him or exposes her, listen.
Yeah.
Because sometimes God show you the sign, but loving eyes, you just want to grab on.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
run. Learn to let go if God gives you a sign.
And learn to listen to your elders, I know about it. We have this person that we know about, my husband and I, and sometimes they will bring a person to us, and we don't have to spend months with the person. We know something is wrong, and when we say something, we can't put our finger, and we say something wrong,
Yeah.
you're judging. Give the
Yeah.
person a chance.
Yes.
And then you see they go into the relationship and they still have to break off. Now, it doesn't mean that the person's an abuser, but we see something,
Signs.
some sign that this won't work out. So we are, please listen to the elders, listen to our friend, listen to people,
Yes.
listen.
Yes. So we hope that this has been
Encouragement.
an encouragement for people to look
Run.
look a little deeper, and if you
Yes.
see anything that we spoke about, put on your track shoes and start a run.
Start a run. And also we want to invite you to be coming.
Yes.
Katya and I, we are affiliated with this group called Sisters for Sisters.
Yes.
And we are having a meeting
Yeah.
where we are inviting ladies from 14 years and up, and where we will be talking about self-esteem. We want to encourage you to love yourself, to
Yeah.
know that you can become all that God has for you. So it's going to be on the May 21st, 6 p.m., Coquille Open Bible Church, South. Come down South.
Yes.
And come ladies, let's talk,
Yeah.
and let's fellowship together.
And remember, you could bring a teenager,
Yeah.
13 up,
Yeah. Yeah.
and even if there's one who's 12 who, is kind of, aware of stuff, bring that child
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
It's for all ladies.
All ladies, all ladies.
All right.
So remember, we have a part 2 to this abuse,
Yes.
because we really, really care about men and women who are being abused,
Yes.
and we want to bring awareness. We say there is hope. There are people you can go to and talk to. There are
Yes.
counselors waiting. You can
Yes.
call our numbers,
Yes.
and we will contact someone who can speak to you.
Yes.
So God bless you all.
God bless you all.
Bye.
Love you. Bye.